Okay, hello, welcome to my tutorial, how to use the Smart UI. I've already created a simple example project. I called it restaurant example, and in the main I set the content view to just one button, and when we click the button we later want to show the Smart UI and generate the UI for us. Okay, let's start with the model we want to show. It will be a restaurant, so let's create first the restaurant class. Call it rest because this is easier. Sorry. Yeah. Now we have to come on, create the restaurant class and add some attributes. For example, a string restaurant name, my name, string my address, and for example, an integer value for the number of seats. So let's do it this way. Okay, got it. Okay, let's add some getters and setters, and set my address, set my name, and set seats. Yeah, okay, let's say we have this simple model and we want to display it somehow to the user to edit it or to create new types and new restaurants. So let's create a controller for this restaurant. I will call it REST controller. Uh, and we will pass a restaurant so that the controller knows which restaurant he wants to control. Let's create this, and I will explain why this is good in some seconds. My restaurant equals and we create this field to store the restaurant. Okay, yeah. Now let's go to the Smart UI part. I already have the Smart UI activity. It's just one simple class. I put everything in there, all the internal classes. Maybe I will change this later, but for now it's only one class. So let's copy it just to our current project, and now we can use it. We have to, later we want to call it here, but first let's create the controller. So we have to implement the, I called it edit item for now. It's an interface you have to implement if you want to display something in the Smart UI. Yeah, this is it. This is a method you have to implement. And here is your group. There you can add all the UI elements, and this is an optional message. It's not that important for now. So let's add some UI elements to this group. They are called modifiers, and we will create a new Smart UI and a text modifier for the name and the address, and an integer modifier for the number of seats. I also added a lot of more different modifiers. They are all contained in this Smart UI class. And yeah, for example, plus minus modifier, I called it to get easier access to numbers, and yeah, or for images, I also added some modifiers. Okay, let's take a look at this here. We have these three methods in the text modifier. We have the method get variable name. There we just return how the variable is called. First we want to add the restaurant name. So we will just return it here. When we want to load the current value of the restaurant name, we will just want to get my R. This is my restaurant, and then get my name. And when the UI tells us, okay, the user wants to save the new value now, then we will just have to store it here. So my error set my name to the new value. And we have to return true to signalize that it was stored correctly. Yeah, and this is it for the my name. We can do exactly the same for the address. So just change the this here to address, and then it should copy paste it restaurant address. So now we already also added the address field, and now we want to additionally add the seat number. So add modifier, and now we have to create a new smart UI int modifier. I think I called it. Yeah, right there it is. And it has nearly the same methods, except there are different parameters here. So we will now have to my error set seats and to the new value, and load seats. Here we will just pass my error get seats. Here I forgot to return true, and here get variable name we will just return seats. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now we already did everything to generate the UI and connect it to the model. And now we will just have to call it in the restaurant main. So we here simply write smart UI show, and then we specify the item we want to display. And in this case, it will be the restaurant controller. We will have to pass an edit item, and therefore we implemented the edit item interface in the restaurant controller. So we will choose it here, and the current activity is restaurant main this. Yeah, and that's it. Now we can automatically display. Okay, it must be final, right? So now we can automatically display and edit the restaurant and generate a simple UI. I can show it to you. I will just execute it, and then we have our smart UI. I hope you can see it now. I will click the button, and the smart UI should appear now. Yeah, right. So here are the 3 fields, and we can change them and enter some stuff, and clicking OK or cancel. And yeah, it will be automatically saved. And of course, this is just a very simple example, but there are also more complex modifiers. Okay, now I did a little cut and already changed the seat modifier to a plus minus modifier to explain it more easily to you. The plus minus modifier needs 2 icons, the minus icon and the plus icon. If you pass 0, there will be no icon for, and of course also no plus and minus events. So here I passed the plus icon. It will be just a simple application icon. And when we press plus, this event will be called, and the current value will be changed to current value plus 2. And minus won't be possible, so I didn't change anything here. And yeah, the other methods are the same again, the save method, the load method, and the get var name method. And now if we execute it, we change the modifier. Come on. Maybe I will close the application first here and do it again. Yeah, now it worked. Okay. Now we see that it changed to a plus minus modifier here. We don't have any minus button, but we have plus button with the icon as a button. So when we press this plus icon here, the current value will change to 2, and the value itself can't be changed. Of course, you can create any other type of modifier here. For example, there are a lot of different modifiers. I can show them to you by just removing this here and saying here are all the modifiers: a bool modifier for booleans, color modifier, an image modifier where you can select a certain image, a list modifier to add list items, remove existing list items and stuff like this. Just try it. And yeah, of course you can also just use the modifier, the abstract modifier, to create new modifiers, um, and set it, yeah, create whatever you want. Um, yeah, that's it for now, I think. I will publish the code for the Smart UI in some days and provide the link in the info box. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.